All right, welcome back. If you're a solo founder, I bet you know this feeling all too well. You've built something incredible, but now comes the hard part, getting people to actually find it. So today, we are going to dive into this really powerful framework for drumming up organic traffic, even if you're strapped for time and working with a tiny budget. Let's jump right in.
I mean, that just nails it, doesn't it? It really can feel like you're staring up at Mount Everest, this massive mountain called Google. You see all these huge companies already at the top, and you're way down at the bottom with, just a pickaxe and a whole lot of grit. It can feel completely impossible.
But what if you could actually conquer that mountain? And what if you could do it with just about 5 hours a week and a budget that's less than $100? See, that's the big promise of the strategy we're breaking down here. It's not about trying to outspend the competition. No way. It's about outsmarting them with a super focused, sustainable system that's built just for a founder like you.
And here's the real secret, right up front. Success with SEO when you're flying solo, it all comes down to taking consistent, smart actions. It's all about making a bunch of small, smart bets that just build on each other and compound over time, creating this awesome snowball of traffic.
All right, so step one. First things first. Before you even think about writing a single word of content, we got to make sure your house is in order, This is the technical bedrock that literally everything else is built on.
And the best part? You can do all of this for free. Seriously. First, you've got to set up Google's Search Console. This one's non-negotiable. It's your direct hotline to Google. Then, grab a free tool like Screaming Frog. It'll help you find broken links, check your mobile speed, and make sure your site is secure with HTTPS. It's kind of like patching up any cracks in your foundation before you start building the rest of the house.
And this quote just says it all, right? Catching these problems early really is the cheapest insurance policy in startup SEO. A few hours spent on this stuff now will save you months of headaches later on when you're pulling your hair out wondering why your awesome content isn't ranking. It's the best insurance you can buy, and it's free.
Okay, so your foundation is solid. Now it's time to find your targets. Look, you're not going to compete for massive keywords like SEO tools right out of the gate, and that's okay. The real goal here is to find that low-hanging fruit, those specific, niche questions that you are perfectly positioned to answer.
And what we're really talking about here are long-tail keywords. So these are just longer, more specific phrases, usually 3 words or more, that tell you exactly what a user is looking for. Think about it. Someone searching for best free SEO tools for solo founders isn't just window shopping. They're ready to do something. And if you can give them the answer they need, boom, you've probably just found a future customer. At this stage, user intent is everything.
So where do you find these magical keywords? Well, you can start right on Google itself. The People Also Ask section and the related searches at the bottom of the page, total gold mines. Then, you can use free tools like Ubersuggest or Ahrefs Webmaster Tools. Here's the pro tip. Look for what your competitors rank for, but filter for keywords with a really low keyword difficulty score, let's say under 20. That score just tells you how hard it is to rank. This is basically your treasure map to finding the easiest wins. Okay, you've got your keywords. Now it's time to make some content. But hold on, we are not going to spend a month writing one perfect, epic 10,000-word blog post. No. Instead, we're going to build a lean, mean content machine.
And this right here, this is all about a huge shift in mindset. The old way, you'd bet everything on one giant pillar post, spend weeks polishing it, and just hope it ranked. The new way, the lean way, you treat your content like a startup. You make a bunch of small, testable bets. You publish quick, helpful articles, and then you see what actually sticks. You let the data tell you where to double down.
And here's what that lean SEO cycle looks like in practice. It's simple. 1. Research a keyword. 2. Create what we'll call a minimum viable content piece. It's helpful, but it doesn't have to be perfect. 3. Publish it and just track it for 30 to 60 days. 4. Decide. Is it getting any traction? Is Google showing it to people? And 5. Scale. If the answer is yes, great, expand on that topic. If not, no big deal. You can update it or just shelve it. You haven't wasted weeks on a failed bet.
All right, section 4. Once your content is actually live, there are a few quick, totally free things you can do to polish it up. And these little tweaks can make a huge difference.
Okay, here's your quick checklist. Your title tag? That's basically your 60-character elevator pitch for Google, so make it good. Your headings, the H1s, H2s, they structure your content for both people and search bots.
Then, make sure you're adding internal links, connecting your related articles together to build authority. Don't forget image alt text. It helps with accessibility and SEO. And finally, keep your URLs clean, short, and descriptive. These little details really do matter.
Okay, you've got a solid site, you've got some great content. Now for what a lot of people think is the hard part, getting other people to notice. We've got to earn some authority, get some links, but, without a PR budget.
The absolute key here is to provide value first. Go write a genuinely useful guest post for another blog in your niche. If you collaborate with someone, ask for a link. Spend time in communities like Reddit or Slack, just being genuinely helpful. And when you launch something, use a platform like Product Hunt to create some buzz. It's all about giving before you ask.
And check this out. You don't need hundreds of links. Your goal is just 1 or 2 high-quality, relevant links per month. That's it, just 1 or 2. Doesn't that make it feel so much more manageable? It turns this overwhelming task into something you can actually sustain.
All right, we are in the home stretch. The final piece of this puzzle is all about measuring, iterating, and winning. You have to use data to guide what you do next. SEO is definitely not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's a constant loop of action and refinement.
And you really have to think of it like a marathon, not a sprint. So, month 1, you're just testing things out, publishing those first few lean articles. Months 2 and 3, you're starting to analyze what's happening. You're seeing which topics are getting impressions and clicks. Then, from months 4 to 6 and beyond, you scale. You double down on what's working. It's that consistent effort, week after week, that builds real momentum.
And remember, you can track all the most important stuff for free. Google Search Console will show you what pages Google is even showing in the results and what keywords you're starting to rank for. Then, Google Analytics can tell you if people are actually sticking around and reading your content. Those simple metrics are pretty much all you need to know if you're headed in the right direction.
When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple truth. SEO isn't about tricking some algorithm. It's about serving people. It's about really, truly helping your specific audience. The more you can do that, the more Google is going to reward you. It's that simple.
So let's recap the whole game plan. First, build that strong technical foundation. Second, target those low-competition, long-tail keywords. Third, use the lean SEO cycle to test and scale your content. Fourth, polish every page with the basics. Fifth, earn just 1 or 2 quality backlinks a month. And finally, measure everything and double down on what works. That's the system. That's how you compete and win.
Because at the end of the day, those first few visitors could become your biggest fans. Remember, every search is a real person looking for a solution, maybe your solution. What you're building isn't just a number on a traffic report. It's a stream of potential customers, your earliest supporters. So my question for you is, what's the one small SEO bet you're going to make today